Good morning, guys. Hey, we're going to go ahead and jump into lesson 7.6 here. And our I can statement is, I can find unit rates and convert among units of measure. Okay, so we'll jump right into the problem here. An example of what you're going to see on your exit slip. 5-kilometer race is about 3 1/10 miles long. Sophie completes the race in 40 minutes. What is her average time per mile? Give your answer in minutes and seconds and show your work. So again, what we're trying to find here is her average time per mile, which is, get it down to 1 mile, that is finding her unit rate. Okay, so then we're going to have to convert that into minutes and seconds. So let's kind of dive right in here. The first thing I'm going to do, again, kind of go through my steps here. I've got them written out for you here so you guys can go back and read through these as I discuss here. Okay, so in my ratio rate table here, I'm going to start to organize my information. So I've started my table here, and I know I'm comparing miles and minutes. And what I do know is we have 3.1 miles she can run in 40 minutes. Okay, so I've shown my work here in a different color to show my thinking here. In order to get this down to the unit rate, okay, I know if I take 3.1 divided by 3.1, that's going to get me down to 1 mile. And I know what I do to one side on my ratio rate table, I must also do to the other over here. Whatever I do multiplicatively or divisionally in this ratio rate table, if I do it to one side, the same thing as to the other side, it will keep the rate the same. So in this case, what it comes down to, look back up here, when I take 40 divided by 3.1, gets me down to 12.90322, and it keeps going. Okay, what this tells me that it takes Sophie approximately 12.90 or 0.90 minutes to run a mile. Okay, and I rounded this answer to the nearest hundredth in order to help me convert this into minutes and seconds. But what I do know, it takes her 12 minutes, and then I'm going to have to convert this leftover minutes, this 0.90 minutes, and figure out how many seconds that is. So that's my converting. I've got to be able to convert that. Okay, so when I look at this, I know that 90 hundredths, back right here now, means 90% of another number. Okay, because percents are based out of 100. So that's why I rounded to the nearest hundredths column. Okay, because 0.9 or 0.90, 9/10 or 90 hundredths is in hundredths out of 100, 90 hundredths is 90%. Okay, so that is why I rounded to that hundredths column. Using my math number sense, I know that 90 hundredths of a minute is almost a full minute. So my seconds answer should be close to 60 seconds, since 90 hundredths is close to 1 whole minute. It's 90% of another minute. So one way to do this, okay, and I'm going to change 0.90 here, 90 hundredths. I know I can take that 0 off. It has no value. 9/10 is equivalent to 90 hundredths. So I know the word of means to multiply. So I can simply take 0.9 or 0.90 if I would have wanted to, times 60 to convert this time into seconds. So 0.9 times 60, I get 54. So Sophie's average time per mile is approximately 12 minutes and then 54 seconds per mile. And that makes sense because we knew 90% of another minute would be close to 60 seconds. So 54 seconds makes sense. Okay. Another way to think about this, of converting these minutes into seconds, is this. If I would think 10% of 60 is 6 seconds, because I know 10% is 1/10. Okay, I could have taken 0.1 times 60, or I could take 60 divided by 10, but I get it to 6 seconds as every 10%. So if I do this 9 times, if I take this 10%, take it times 9 to get 90%, then all I need to do is take this 6 times 9 also to get 54 seconds. And that's another way to convert that. And there are lots of different ways and situations. Sometimes they're a little bit easier than others to convert. In this case, since we are looking for 90%, it was pretty easy to get 10% to 90% by taking it times 9. But there are other ways to do that. And here's a couple that I showed you. So make sure you're doing your best here on the exit slip. Do your practice page and do the best you can on this. And we will talk to you guys later.